What do you see in the sky? A vast black sheet with twinkling stars. How beautiful they look. The stars that we see at night are all part of our Milky Way galaxy, which is just a drop in the ocean of galaxies spread across the cosmos. This is our home, our tiny blue speck. Our Earth is a comfortable planet, full of comforts and amenities. But do you ever wonder what lies beyond our planet, beyond our galaxy, beyond our universe? If yes, then buckle up, because our journey is going to be very exciting and dangerous. Let's take off from the surface of the Earth and head towards the edge of the universe. As we rise above the surface of the Earth, we see the Earth as a blue sphere. This is the International Space Station, the largest human-made object in space. It orbits the Earth at a speed of 27,588 km per hour, which is about 400 km above the surface of the Earth, and it completes 16 orbits around the Earth in 24 hours. As we move further away from the International Space Station, we see some other human-made objects in space. Satellites and space debris. There are thousands of satellites orbiting the Earth, which provide us with various services like communication, navigation, weather, etc. But there is also a lot of space junk, which is the leftover of old rockets, satellites, and other missions. As we move further away from the Earth, we see our natural satellite, the Moon. The Moon is the only celestial body that humans have visited so far. The first humans to land on the surface of the Moon were Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin, who left their footprints on the lunar soil. And those footprints are still visible today because the Moon has no atmosphere to erase them. As we leave the Moon behind, we see our Sun, the star that gives us life. The Sun is the source of energy for all life on Earth. Without the Sun, we would not exist. The Sun is about 150 million kilometers away from the Earth, and it is so big that it can fit millions of Earths inside it. The Sun is a giant ball of plasma, which is constantly burning and releasing huge amounts of energy. The Sun has a surface temperature of about 5,500 degrees Celsius and a core temperature of about 15 million degrees Celsius. As we move further away from the Sun, we see our nearest planetary neighbor, Mars. Mars is the fourth planet from the Sun, and it is also a rocky planet like Earth. It has a gravity similar to Earth, and it has a thin atmosphere. Mars is also known as the red planet because of its reddish color, which is caused by the iron oxide in its soil. Scientists are very curious about Mars because they believe that, in the past, Mars had a habitable environment with water and life. Mars had oceans, rivers, and lakes on its surface, and it had its own atmosphere. But today, Mars is a dry and cold planet, with no signs of life. As we move further away from Mars, we enter the asteroid belt, which is a region of space between Mars and Jupiter, where millions of rocky objects are orbiting the Sun. Jupiter's gravity prevented the asteroids from forming a planet and kept them scattered in the belt. Jupiter is the largest planet in our solar system, and it has dozens of moons. It is so big that it can fit all the other planets in our solar system combined. Jupiter is a gas giant, which means it has no solid surface. Jupiter has a very thick atmosphere, which is mainly composed of hydrogen and helium. Jupiter has a very strong magnetic field, which protects it from the solar wind. As we move further away from Jupiter, we see the most beautiful planet in our solar system, Saturn. Saturn is the second largest planet in our solar system, and it is famous for its rings. Saturn's rings are made of millions of ice and rock particles, which orbit the planet at different speeds and distances. Saturn is also a gas giant, like Jupiter, and it has no solid surface. Saturn has many moons, and one of them is very special. It is called Titan, and it has its own atmosphere. Titan has air, rain, and seasons, just like Earth. But the air and rain on Titan are not made of water, but of liquid, natural gas. Titan has rivers and seas of methane and ethane, which are flammable gases on Earth. If we could somehow bring this natural gas to Earth, it would be enough to power our cities for thousands of years. Now we are so far away from our home that from here, our Earth looks like a dot in the sky. As we go deeper into space, we will lose sight of our planet. Our next stop is Uranus. the seventh planet from the Sun. Uranus and Neptune are the two planets that were not known to the ancient people until the invention of the telescope. Uranus is the third largest planet in our solar system, and it is also a gas giant. Uranus also has rings, like Saturn, but they are very faint and dark. Uranus also has many moons. As we move further away from the Sun, we reach the eighth and the last planet in our solar system, Neptune. Neptune is the fourth largest planet in our solar system, and it is also a gas giant. Neptune is very similar to Uranus, but it has a more intense blue color because of the methane in its atmosphere. As we leave Neptune behind, we reach the edge of the solar system, where the Sun's influence becomes weaker and weaker. Here, we encounter two more regions of space, filled with icy objects, called the Kuiper Belt and the Oort cloud. These are the remnants of the early solar system, and they are very far away from the Sun and very cold. Some of these objects are also very strange, such as Haumea, which has a fast spin and an elongated shape, and Eris, which is more massive than Pluto, but farther away from the Sun. Some of these objects are also potential sources of comets, which are balls of ice and dust that orbit the Sun in very eccentric paths. When they come close to the Sun, they heat up and release gas and dust, forming a tail that points away from the Sun. As we go beyond the Kuiper Belt and the Oort cloud, we enter the interstellar space, which is the space between the stars. This space is not empty, but filled with dust, gas, and cosmic rays. This is where the Voyager probes, the farthest human-made objects, are currently traveling. They are sending back valuable information about the interstellar medium, the heliosphere, and the interstellar boundary. The heliosphere is a bubble of charged particles and magnetic fields that surrounds the solar system and protects it from the interstellar wind. The interstellar boundary is the region where the heliosphere meets the interstellar wind and creates a shock wave. The Voyager probes are the first human-made objects to cross this boundary and enter the interstellar space. Our universe is so big, covering it in a single video is a very difficult task. So we have already made many episodes that covers many interesting facts about universe. Kindly check them on our channel and enjoy the journey of this wonderful infinite cosmos. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please do like, share, and subscribe, and thanks for watching.